Mia Rubie's father once said that her smile could raise the dead. For the second time in her life, she wished it were true. "How's my girl holding up?" Her dad's best friend opened his arms, and Mia collapsed into one of her godfather's famous bear hugs. His tweed sport coat was like sandpaper against her cheek, but she buried her face in all the same. It was the most comfort she'd felt all day. "Hanging in there, I guess," she lied, then took a deep breath in hopes of holding back another cascade of tears and turning into a blubbering mess for the 1,000th time in 4 days. "I still can't believe he's gone, Cliff. It doesn't seem possible." Not even 100 hours had passed since her father exited this world. As each one of those 300,000 and some odd seconds had ticked by, Mia's brain had been working overtime, trying somehow to process the inconceivable. How a man who'd always been larger than life could now be lying in the casket behind her. "When my phone rang, I thought he was calling to say good morning. Poor Barb, having to—" As if she'd been summoned from a lamp, her dad's longtime live-in house manager and unofficial wrangler of the Rubie family, a selfless job if there ever was one, appeared beside her. "Oh, no, don't you feel sorry for me," Barb said, her voice far calmer and several octaves lower than when she'd literally screamed into Mia's ear as her father was being loaded into an ambulance. "I only wish I'd forced the paramedics to let him talk to you. If I'd known, well, damn, here I go." Cliff pulled the now weeping Barb into their hug. Even though the Chicago skyline had been in Mia's rearview mirror within a half an hour of hanging up the phone with Barb, her dad had died before she crossed the border into her home state of Michigan. When she'd rushed into the hospital lobby, ready to pounce on the first person she encountered with a stethoscope, she'd instead found herself looking into the eyes of a somber-faced Barb. And she'd known. "I wish I'd been able to say goodbye," Mia sniffed. "I wish I'd been able to say a lot of things." Not that she hadn't had ample opportunity to say all of the things when her dad was alive. They both had. But instead of sitting down and talking about why Mia had walked away from the sport she'd once loved, like two rational adults, they'd chosen to dance around the central conflict in the drama they'd both played a part in creating, each of them waiting for the other to make the first move.